Our other big local story tonight, not guilty for the 7 defendants on trial for the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge takeover.
This is a trial that has been going on for more than a month at the federal courthouse in Portland. It started at the refuge in eastern Oregon. We have live team coverage tonight, and we want to start with our Andrew Dimber.
Well, Jennifer, Jeff, it was certainly an emotional afternoon here on the steps of the federal courthouse in downtown Portland after Judge Anna Brown read that verdict, not guilty.
Not guilty!
The 41-day standoff ends with a 45-day trial and a verdict.
They're not guilty, America.
Not guilty.
We're so happy and we're in tears because we're thrilled because we know we're innocent. We didn't do anything. They drummed this whole thing up.
This, of course, is going to send the shockwaves through the whole rotten structure of federal land, so-called ownership.
In the end, the jurors were presented with the question, why did the occupiers take over the Malheur Wildlife Refuge in Harney County? Ammon Bundy's former attorney, Mike Arnold.
The federal government charged them with the wrong crime. They overreached.
The federal government argued that the occupation was a conspiracy to prevent federal officers from doing their jobs.
They went for this unreasonable charge of a conspiracy, which requires an intent to impede when their intent was to protest.
The entire defense was focused on that intent, that even though federal workers were prevented from doing their jobs, that was not the intent of the occupiers. The jury agreed.
I think that would be the message that I would send, is justice was done today.
While most of the defendants were able to walk out of Judge Anna Brown's courtroom into the arms of family, friends, and supporters,
oh my gosh.
Ammon and Ryan Bundy, the leaders, remain in federal custody, awaiting extradition to Nevada for yet another trial from a different standoff with the feds. Ammon's attorney, Marcus Mumford, thought the Bundys should be freed tonight with their fellow co-defendants. When Mr. Mumford asked the U.S. Marshals why his client wasn't being let go, this happened.
Just had a hold of me, and then they put me, they put me to, they were twisting my legs, they put me to the ground, and then they tased me.
Mumford says all he wanted was to see a warrant that gave the marshals the authority to keep the Bundys behind bars.
Is when you get acquitted, you get released, and that's what I knew. And so and if they have an arrest warrant, then show it to me. That's all.
And they never showed it to you?
No, never did.
So while the Bundys may not be guilty in Oregon, they're not free. Not just yet. And I also want to make mention of that other serious charge that the defendants were facing, and that was possessing firearms in a federal facility. They were found not guilty. And Jennifer, Jeff, you might be thinking to yourself, well, wait a second, we know that they had guns. We know that this was an armed standoff. Well, that may be true, but I'm told that it was nearly impossible for the federal government to pin down who had what guns and when. Back out here live in downtown Portland, Andrew Dimber for KOIN 6 News.
Andrew, thank you.
And like Andrew mentioned in his